So, we're somewhere. With some columns of light we can't touch right now. They're there. And that sound is someone snoring. Can't do that either. Nothing here. So, old dude in a coat and bowler hat, huh? With the cane. Oh. That one gives us our hit points and magic points back. And this one we can't activate. But it's shiny. So, well, we're here. A sealed door. So I guess all that's left to do is talk to the old snoring dude here, who's just trying to catch a nap while leaning against the light pole. More what? This is the end of time. Travelers lost in time's flow turn up here much like driftwood on a beach. Might I ask when you are from? 3 of us from 1000 AD. And Robo comes from the year 2300. So, when 4 or more entities of varying origins enter a temporal rift, the torsion exerted on time's flow pushes them here. In other words, your party is stuck at 3, get used to it. A number of folks turning up here unintended like yourselves. Something's having an effect on time. So yeah, it'd be safest if somebody stayed here. Kind of a bleak place. There are roads to any time you could ever wish to visit once you unlock them. You can call upon your friends whenever you want to, but you're stuck with a group of 3. And, well, I don't have any particular need for either Luca or Robo. But we did just get Robo. I'm trying to think. We're gonna have to, yeah, we're gonna have to take him in a minute. But right now, Robo can stay behind. Oh yeah. There we go. So yeah, the pillars of light connect to different places. And once you've been through a gate, you can use it to return here at any point in time. But that bucket over on the upper right there, that's kind of a dangerous one. One we probably don't want to mess with. And old man wants to yell this some more. Before we go, let's go take a look at the door behind us. The one that's no longer sealed. Oh, isn't it cute? It's so cute. We're looking at something cute. We got someone that's going to come by to try to take you home later. Meet Specchio. We will almost never deal with him. We have to see him every time we pick up a new party member. But other than that, he's kind of not needed. He's not a party member or anything like that. And right now, he looks kind of cute and fluffy, so he's kind of weak. Because his appearance is a reflection of how strong we are. If we are particularly strong, he will take on a very strong form. But right now we are fairly low level and have very little power, so he's going to take on the form of a cute, fluffy thing. So, yeah. And he's going to tell us that there was a kingdom where magic flourished and everyone could actually use it. But everybody abused their powers and ended up destroying the place. At that, wasn't anyone left who could use it except fiends. But the 3 people assembled here have the inner strength to use magic. 4 types: there's fire, there's water, there's light, and there's shadow. And different people get different types. For example, the punk hairdo kid there, Chrono, has light power. The gal with the ponytail is the power of water. And the girl with the glasses has the power of fire. And everything is made up of those 4 elements. So yeah, that's why we had a fire spin attack from Luca. So, you start at the door, you run around the walls clockwise of the room 3 times and say, "I want to use magic," over and over in your head. And don't lose track. Do it 3 times and 3 times exactly. So we start here. And you just gotta pretend that everybody's saying, "I want to use magic." That's 1. There's 2. I want to use magic, I want to use magic, I want to use magic, I want to use magic. And now we have access to spells. You know. And he asks us if we want to try it out. We can. Specchio can and will absolutely wreck us. He won't kill us. He'll leave us with like 1 hit point or something. But it's just another fight, and it doesn't really do anything for us. So we can skip that fight. It's generally not worth it fighting him. But he says if we make any new friends, bring him to see him, and he will try to grant the magic. So it just so happens that this old man wants to talk to us again. That's step 1 here. And he's telling us that everyone who used to be alive used to like magic. Long ago. And he wants us to pay a visit back to our own time. And yeah, he will kind of, serve as kinda, sorta a guide. He might give you a hint as to where the next bit of plot will happen. But for now, let's go ahead and put Robo in our party. Get his music. Yeah, we've actually got to switch them out. There. We'll have Luca there contemplate things while we go back through here. And talk to Specchio about Robo. Who is, sorry buddy, but you aren't alive. Great in her strength, it just you aren't descended from the magic user, so he can't cast spells. But he has laser weaponry, so you know, and they inflict shadow damage. So with the first 4 people, we have access to all 4 types of magic. And now that we have done that, just to avoid having to do it again in case things go really bad, we have some time gates here. And it says we can go to Medina Village in 1000 AD. We can go to the Protodome in 2300. Or we could go to the Mystic Mountains in 65 million BC. For now, though, let's follow Gasper's advice and go to our own time. But Medina Village isn't where we left. Medina is a little bit different. It is a village inhabited by monsters. And they're kind of interested why we have magical ability. And they want to know where we came from. Yeah. So this is a place of the fiends founded by the ancestors when they lost the war against humans 400 years ago. You remember, back during the original. We might be. It's very possible we might still be wanted for kidnapping. But, you know, we're not in that section of the place anyway. We're just in a place where they hate all humans. And this guy's going to tell us about an old human who lives in the cave in the mountains to the west, who might help. And luckily for us, these two don't seem to be too interested in holding on to the fiend-human grudge. So that's why they're volunteering the information. However, we have chanting. Remember that the war is not ongoing anymore. The war ended. The humans won. And they still want to reawaken Lavos. Yeah, these guys want to reawaken Lavos and do a lot of creepy chanting. So anyway, this is where we came in. Let's go check on the village elder and see what they have to say. Brutal work. Ozzy the 8th using his ancestral fame to boss everyone around. Oh, we had something to do with that. We pick up a speed capsule. We'll hang on to that for the moment. Fearsome beast lives in the cave on the mountain to the west. Only magic can actually hurt it. Doubt a human would be able to make it through without being able to use magic. A magic capsule. That's good. So... let's see... magic capsule... Yep, gotta boost Marl. Actually, we'll use it to boost Marl up some more. You can get enough speed capsules in the game to basically max out 3 people's speeds, which is going to be really useful. In the inn, who were basically told, you know, we're spoiling drinks just by being here. And it said no room here for humans. We could give up, or we could just beg for room. But let's just give up. We can tell when we're not wanted. See if they have anything to sell. Fair enough. Don't want to talk to us. And if we end up pleading, it only will lead us into a fight. So... more mid-ether. And the mysterious glowing blue pyramid here that we apparently cannot interact with at all. But instead, we'll just kind of keep in mind that that thing exists. So... so as much real estate as there is up here, there's not a whole lot we can actually go into. Yeah, there's a cave here. There's a little house. Melchior's cabin. You might recognize this guy. And yeah, let's see what you got for sale, man. Because he actually has some decent stuff. Let's see. Might as well, let's check no armor. Well, titanium vest, but no helmets and such. But just pure titanium vest. Let's go ahead and buy one. And the Crimson Blade is an upgrade here. Bandit's Bow, already got the Plasma Gun's an upgrade. A fairly big upgrade at that. Still have like 22 of those. 11, 6, 5. Okay, fair enough. Maybe, but they're pretty darn good at taking lives. That's kind of their, kind of the point is to end somebody's life. With most weapons, anyway. So let's go poke around the guy's basement. Anything else to add? No. Okay. But if we want to get back to Truce, we've learned there's a shortcut through the cave to the north. However, we also heard something from the, other villagers in that last place. That there's a monster we can't beat with weaponry. We can only beat it with magic. Luckily, we have magic. We don't have it listed as magic here. It falls squarely under the text. And when you look at it, we have stars that represent actual magic. I get 160 PP to go for cleave. But indeed, we have lightning here. We have fire here. And Marl has ice magic. So we can go in that cave and pretty much ruin days. And maybe have our day ruined. But these are not the magic-only enemies. These are not the physically immune type enemies. So we can just go in and smack them around as much as we want. We learned the Antipode Bomb. Thought I heard something, but I did not. This is not a very exciting cave. It's just kind of a cave with a hissing in the background. Of course, and enemies. Just to keep her from sucking away another 50 hit points in a heartbeat, hit the gin bottle with magic and crush it. But notice that enemies here are fairly resistant to physical attacks. Not quite the no damage you would worry about. And now Chrono's blinded, which means he has a good chance of just whiffing like crazy. Like that. So yeah, this may be the first time that all the ethers we've been picking up will actually need to kind of be used. Because let's face it, trying to beat things down in here physically is not a fool's errand, but it's not smart. And these things are around. And poof. And of course, more enemies are just going to pop up here. And digging. So yeah. Just easier to nuke things with magic. And Luca levels up. Lots of enemies. Luckily, we have enough magic points to do this for a while. Ow. No good, bats. Who can do this? I'm severely hoping they don't manage it. Dang it. Might be a tiny bit overkill. Another one of these. And I did not mean to touch the jar. Continuing on, we can kind of walk around in here, but there are currents that will push us towards certain things. Come on. I'm pretty sure I've missed a few things here and there. That's the good thing about the dungeons in this game. If I'm not mistaken anyway. You can, once you clear out an area in a dungeon, you can pretty much explore it at your free will. That makes sense. That makes sense. Probably should have saved, but you know. And this guy. We can sit here and just pelt him with actual magic. If we attacked him straight out, he has a pretty nasty counter waiting for us. He's still gonna hit fairly hard. Of course, there's that thing, which hurts a lot. But no, it says go ahead, attack, see what it gets you. It will get you pain. Don't attack. Until it says disengaged. And Luca's running a little low there. That's where most of my magic points have come from. Let's see, we should be able to get up these attacks, and he'll probably go turtle up again. Oh, he's over that. And of course he can do that, and just absolutely wreck our stuff. But the Hecarim is not a nice fellow. Not at all. But just to show what it does. It hurts him, but he can do this if you attack. Which is very painful. And the only reason I did that is because I had, you know, the Aura Whirl pretty much on standby by that point. I thought I'd just show off what he does if you actually attack. And he's like that. And now he's beaten. And we're getting more talk about Lord Magus destroying the human race 400 years ago. When he first brought forth Lavos. So, 400 years ago, Magus brought Lavos into the world, huh? He's dead now. Oh, he's dead now. So, we need to go to the Middle Ages and stop Magus. Might be able to use the gate at the fairgrounds. In we go. And get spit out right next to Luca's house. We can go back anytime we want to from this point, by the way. So let's go say hi to Luca's mom and or dad. They should be around here somewhere. There's Luca's mom. There's the dad. Bought you an apple with what we earned today. Boy, that's not it's not good. If all they could buy was an apple. And because we stopped in, Tabin has a gift for Luca. Which will be useful for a while anyway. A vest. Which reminds me, I actually bought one of those. So yeah, even when you're out adventuring, he is thinking of you. We are. However, you remember that kid we saved? Hey, remember that one we saved from the guillotine? Here he is, running the store. So yeah, he was out minding his own business and got rounded up as a gang of thieves. And just because we saved him, he gives us some mid-ethers. And his dad comes in and asks if he's just shirking off. And we get thanked by the dude's dad. He probably heard his son give those ethers. Unfortunately, that doesn't earn us a discount. Although potions are still really, really cheap. But we've got a decent stock. Unless we need to do some heavy grinding and all that. But we can get the same things there. Nothing there, and titanium vest is all that's really available. Which I will point out that Luca's vest she got from her father is a little bit stronger than the titanium. You know. And it's too never old to collect silver. Interesting, okay. And the mayor's manor is exactly the same as it was the first time we were here. Here's the Truce Inn. And we can spare him the gold. We can. And he'll play us a song. Slightly different song. How he's getting that entire thing off on a piano is kind of beyond me, but you know. So not much has changed. He'll offer to let us stay the night for 10 gold, but, you know, our house is like right here. So yeah, his mom even heard about the fact that he was about to be executed. So him walking through the door like this has got to be a little bit of surprise. Now she says, don't worry your mother like that. But we have 2 cats. There's a Chrono doll. There we go. So let's take advantage of the free bed and crowd everyone in and get a nap. which thankfully Chrono's mom isn't going to say much about. So since we are here, because you do kind of bring up a good point, you do kind of bring up, you know, what about the fact that we're wanted criminals? So let's actually go this way. Avoid the fights because they're pretty much worthless now, except for the fact we can't avoid all of them. Come on, menus. So let's see what happens when we show our face again. Ah. Didn't turn quite soon enough there. So let's see what happens when we show our face in the castle. It's actually starting to get dark in this room. Light is good. So we just kind of bail. She says she doesn't want to see her father, and we just kind of bail. So thankfully, where we need to go... They didn't even try to arrest us. We didn't give them a chance. Just kind of bailed, went right in the forest. So... where we actually need to go, we need to go back to the fair. Sadly, not to actually play any games or anything like that. What we need to do... sadly, we don't get to go beat up on Gato. We just trigger the gate, jump in. Because we did not have a time pillar that actually took us back here yet. We just had 65 million BC, the present, and the future. But now we have Lean Square, 1000 AD. Which is different from Medina Village, 1000 AD. And we have Truce Canyon, 600 AD, available to us in that little field there. Let's see if old dude has anything else to say. Nope, he doesn't. Restore hit points. Let's save since we are here. And now we have kind of a more stable way of getting to where we want to go in space-time. And of course, we've been here before. This is exactly the same place we came in here originally at. With the same enemies. We are just a touch stronger than we were back then. And sadly, this means that the enemies we can face are significantly weaker, comparatively. And the hero has come at last. The legendary hero, huh? Who's gone to see the king. Fair enough. Oh, but the king himself was wounded in battle, apparently. Fiend Lord's army has taken the bridge, huh? So, can I talk to you? There we go. So, you found another reason not to work on the bell, huh? Of course you did. Let's see. So that's downgrade, but the pea shooter, wait a minute, I should have an upgrade already for that. I just didn't equip it. Silly me. Oh, there we go. I just forgot to equip Luca's weapon. Oh well. It's fixed now. The heroes come to save us, bearing the hero's badge, huh? Okay. That would be useful indeed. If we actually had a hero we could call on. We've already done the cathedral, so we don't need anything there ever again that I'm aware of. So let's see what the king himself has to say. The hero went to seek audience with the king. I don't remember which one's which. I think this is the Queen's, but... yeah, nothing there. This is the Queen's room. That's one way to tell the Queen you really don't want to make a large family, is put each of your bedrooms at the top of separate towers. I'm just saying. Boy, huh? Sir Cyrus, huh? All our hope rests on the shoulder of the boy that bears the badge. He's gone to the southern continent to search for the sword that can beat Magus. Fair enough. I guess that's where we need to go. Onward! In the meantime... Ooh, that's a lot of wounded. This is not good. No. A lot of hurt troops around here. Let's see if we can get into the roast. After all, we spent so long in the future without being able to eat. Hey, we can. Time to eat. Aww. Aww. They don't have time to cook for us. I feel ripped off. Provisions for the bridge? Well, time to go see what's shaking down at the bridge. Since, if things haven't gone completely terrible, this kid that's claiming to be the legendary hero should be there. As well as, the commander. Yeah, none of you look like the legendary hero. Just gonna throw that out there. Leave no more foodstuffs. No supplies from the castle. Well, they haven't gotten their supplies yet. Time to go poke the angry chef. Now that we've actually talked to them. I'm still kind of sad they can't feed us. So the chef begins to verbally rip apart his brother for being, a knight commander. And the wife basically yells at him to tell him to grow up and be a man. So, we might just get to leave empty-handed. Except for the fact that halfway out the door, the master of the kitchens comes back out and hands us a bunch of spiced jerky and a strength capsule. The strength capsule is immediately going right into Chrono's mouth. Make him stronger. What else would it do? Come on, get in there. And now that we have the rations, we can save. We can be sad that we did not get to eat a delicious roast. And we can see that more troops have collapsed than before. See, we thought about taking this to 2300 AD because they would appreciate it a whole lot more. But, you know. Which is the real sad moment of the game? Which one? Yeah, that is the true drama. We're not getting roast. That's the true drama. However, just in time, we arrive just in time, delivering food to see that these fools are pretty far outnumbered and outclassed in just about every respect. And these guys took heavy losses getting the hero to the other side of the bridge. So, you know, we're just watching a couple skeletons beat up our troops. With a dude named Ozzy, one of the 3 generals. To his enemies, I grant death. It's not up yet. They do some decent damage. And we could, I say could, just beat up the skeletons. And you notice the magic has absolutely no effect on Ozzy over there. But if we manage to dish out enough pain onto Ozzy, the fight kind of ends. Because Ozzy is not fond of getting hurt. Yeah, he's very, very fast when it comes to running away. And he's a necromancer. He just turned these dead guards into skeletons that are going to attack us. So, again, the plan should really, really be beat the hell out of Ozzy. Because you beat the hell out of Ozzy, and suddenly he gives up the will to fight, and his spell drops. Just like that. And yeah, now, this time he actually does mean we are finished, and not because he's gonna stick around and fight. But, he has an ace up his sleeve. He has this thing. Now, if I can remember... Because one of the two... Because this thing is in two halves, as you might have noticed. One of the halves is weak to being hit physically. The other half is weak to being hit magically. And in fact, if you hit them with the wrong thing, they heal. And of course it'll do things like that, where it's just waiting to ruin your day. And that kind of is the electric slide. And it has that. Ew. See, I could be remembering this fight wrong, but that's what I remember, so... And he keeps hitting Luca with that blood thing. An MP Buster, which takes all magic when it goes away. So now we're just kind of fighting a pair of legs. Which is, you know, funny. Except it still has that in its arsenal. And unfortunately, it had to just MP Buster the wrong character there. Because I kind of need Marl to have magic points to be able to keep healing. Unfortunately, it just went death, but didn't exactly have a head to launch that beam attack with. So yes, this did get very weird very fast. And yes, you can kill the legs first, and the upper half of it will literally just be stuck in place for the rest of the fight, launching out spells at you. But I've always found it best to beat the top half first so it can stop actually hurting you, except for like one attack. Yeah, it will still try to do the death beam.